Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, can our happy couple, Coach Jerod and Kira, play with the new head gravity tour? I know Kira's on a racket journey, and we know Coach Jerod's always on a racket journey, but will that journey lead to the gravity tour? Stay tuned. Hey coaches, are you tired of feeding 1,000 balls an hour and not being able to see exactly what's going on in their techniques of your players?
Ready position.
Fast track tennis is the way. They'll feed the balls for you. You can stand on the same side as the person you're coaching. You can see exactly what they're doing wrong. Are they turning? Are they turning wrong?
Uniturn. Swing.
Can you really see it from the other side?
Uniturn.
Get fast track tennis today and help your
Swing.
students and help yourself with your lesson.
Swing.
All right, so the Gravity Tour has been pretty well received by, I feel like, everybody in the tennis community. Even me. I thought that's probably one of the best rackets that will be coming out in 2025. But will Coach Jerod and Kira, who are always looking for something new and great, like it too? And will they like it enough to possibly consider changing to it, though? Well, let's get on the court and check it out. All right, I got the happy couple, Kira and Jerod here with the Gravity Tour. I'm thinking it's more your racket. Kira might be kind of on the border of liking, not liking, but since you're holding it, let's start with you, Kira. What'd you think of that Gravity Tour?
Personally, I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of this racket. The launch angle was a little lower. I kind of struggled controlling the ball. Felt like it had some power though, but I just couldn't really place it where I wanted. Couldn't place it quite in the court very well. So not for me.
So when I was watching you play, I felt like everybody who's tested it for the first 10 minutes felt like they wanted to control the racket. Like literally, I want to manhandle this thing because that's what we do. So I told you to just let it do its thing because it'll actually take over and cut through it. And as you get more comfortable with it, you'll want to rip. Like literally everybody I've seen play with that racket, it goes from short to medium to long to fence. Because at the end, you're like, oh yeah, I got this, baby. Did you feel that at all?
Yeah, I feel like, after we talked a little bit, I did start to try to swing out a little bit more, swing a little more through. I did feel like my ball started going a little longer. Yeah, because it seemed like it was pretty easy power, so letting my shots just kind of go started to make them go a little long.
It's a little difficult because we're all a little tentative in the beginning. Like I want to control it. I want to see where or how much I can control it before I let it do its thing. So, but this is one of those rackets that you kind of have to just let it do its thing. So you have to trust it. Coach Jerod, did you trust it?
I love this thing. This thing was hitting great. The first thing I gotta say is out of all the head rackets and out of all the headlines, I do actually love the Gravity Cosmetic the best. And what's actually cool about this one is they blacked it out, but put a nice tint of kind of aqua on it. So it's not really part of the racket, but it's kind of hinted around there. My brother uses the Head Gravity MP.
Right.
Which is a 16 by 20 and a 98 square inch head size, I believe.
Lighter. Yep.
Yeah, and I always wanted them to make kind of a heavier version in a 16 by 19 string pattern, and this definitely hit the mark on that.
Yep.
So I think kind of like what you said, it did take a bit of an adjustment period because I was kind of not really used to the amount of pop that I was getting from this racket, and I was like, wow, this is kind of insane. And I was trying to, like you said, massage the ball and try to hit it in the court with certain spins in certain directions, and that definitely was not the way to go. So as soon as I just let loose and started having my swing kind of just finish, through the court, I was hitting some pretty big shots with this stick. And out of all the head rackets I've tried, if you guys hit the sweet spot on this thing, the ball goes.
Yes.
So I'm super happy that head definitely made a more open string pattern when it comes to the gravity, because again, traditionally they just stick with 1620 for the MPs and also 18 by 20 for the gravity Pro, I believe,
right?
Or the Tour, whatever the 100 one is.
Janks, yep.
Yeah, shout out to Jerry Jang, hitting some of the big shots in the court. I was very happy with this racket. Offers a little bit more pop than the usual sticks. The weight definitely helps out, so you have no pressure with kind of big shots coming at you, and this thing has a lot of finishing power. So super fun stick, liked it a lot, and might give it another shot down the road, but we'll see.
Potential new racket?
I mean, the cosmetics great. That's definitely something that pushes me towards the stick. But I mean, anyone that's out there that's a head racket fan, give this one a shot for sure. It's a fun one.
Yeah. So this, I don't know if you remember, in first gen of Gravity, this was an 1820, and and then they eliminated it out of the first gen for some reason. They had too many in that generation, and I think the Pro was the one that sold more, and the Tour didn't really sell many, so they eliminated it out of the first one, and then they brought it back in this form. I'll bring that other one out. We can test out how bad that first gen was.
I was about to say, was the first gen the one that had the color changing when you flip the racket?
They all did. Yeah, okay. It was so bad, but it's okay. You learn. Right, Head? All right, guys, thank you so much for doing this play test with me. I'm glad you guys got to try. I really wanted you guys to try this because I thought potentially new racket for New Year. So
it's a good one.
Yeah. Guys, where can they find you?
You guys found me on Instagram at Ma Tennis.
You can find our joint Instagram at KJ Tennis.
All right. Guys, check them out. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.